Why? Because he's a sham, a scam artist, a charlatan. Huh?
Today, we're going to be responding to Kevin Samuels Exposed. And we're just going to be taking a listen to what other people on the internet are saying about this man. Kevin Samuels is the guy who just went viral for creating that video where he was telling this woman that because she's average, she's going to die alone because she makes six figures and she also wants a man who makes six figures. And he was just trying to tear down her looks. Last video we did, which you can check out inside of the gallery, he was asking another man on the internet the size of his member. Listen, I don't want this video to get tagged on YouTube. So he was asking another man the size of his intimate member. So let's jump into this. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are live. Let's jump into the video now. I am Tanya Tko. I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTko.com, and I have been dubbed by Fox and NBC as a relationship expert. So we are here. We use viral topics to discuss love and relationships in our own lives as teachable moments.
One man reached out to me and said, Marquette, I get such good business advice from you and Kevin Samuels. I'd love to see you two do a collaboration video. Turns out he's not even a businessman. How in the hell you giving people business advice and you haven't started one business? So now I got to roast him. Why is that? Because I'm a hater? No, on the contrary. I got to roast him because if young men are coming to you with their dreams and they're asking you how to become an entrepreneur and you're feeding them lies, oh, to me, that's a problem. And by the way, just a quick side note. For all of you nerds on the internet who are watching this right now, like, oh man, he hating, that nigga hating right now. For all you bitch ass niggas who are at home, who are really nerds, put the Vaseline down, by the way, youngin'. You guys call yourselves alpha males, but as soon as you see the big dog have to slap a few pups, then you get sensitive. Oh, you a beta male, you a simp. Look here, youngin', let's just call me the apex predator. And you know what my favorite thing to hunt is? My favorite thing to hunt are fake alpha males like Kevin Samuels. People who are poisoning the youth and misguiding. If you're a businessman, you should have started some businesses. We should be able to read about your companies in the media. So check it out. Put in, quote, Kevin Samuels, end quote, and then use Google to search for news. There literally are only 2 news articles on this man from media. He is a fraud. No businessman can do business and only have 2 news articles on them. That's ridiculous. This year has been mostly ruined by COVID-19, and I got 2 business articles on me. Why? Because I'm actually a businessman. This man is out there impersonating other people's identity. He is an image consultant, which makes perfect sense because he's all image, smoke and mirrors, all appearance, no substance. Now, why is that important? Because in the age of the internet, people can pretend to be all kinds of things while being nothing. And that's fine. I would let him go on with his lies, except for the fact that there are young men who are in
Is
ghettos.
that Kevin in some sexy jeans? I can't. Yes, on his sexy dad jeans with his purse coming across his bosoms in the front. Come on, what is going on here? How are people exalting this man? Do you see him down there with his hands on in his pockets, with his sexy little ripped dad jeans and his purse coming his merce coming across his bosoms? Oh my God, let's keep going forward. Let's go forward.
Want to be something great, and they're looking at this fraud thinking that he can show them the way and show them the light when really he is misguiding them because he is misguided, and he who is misguided can only misguide. This dude is such a fraud that when you Google his name and you click the news filter, it's from Oklahoma. No disrespect to anybody, but who in the fuck cares about Oklahoma? Anybody could get in the news on Oklahoma. Why? Because it's Oklahoma. Is he in the news for being a business owner, being a CEO? No. He's in the news for being a fashion consultant, for being a personal shopper. You know, a grown-ass man would never be a personal shopper. My OG Jewish guy named Rick, his wife, who's a 25-year-old Colombian chick, she's a personal shopper. Why? Because that's something that rich guys let their wives do so they can pretend they have a job. Being a personal shopper is not a goddamn job. And further, how is he a life coach or a lifestyle coach if he's teaching you that what you're wearing matters so much? It doesn't. That's how you know he's a phony. He's concerned with the image, the exterior, not the reality, because his reality is filled with falsehood.
You know what? I just want to give a clap right there, because that's part of the issue that we had the other day, where he's trying to tear this woman down, claiming that what it is that she has externally is going to make her die alone. And she was a pretty young lady. And he was trying to tear her down and make her feel like she had no worth, saying that she doesn't deserve a man who is abundant and all this other stuff. Let's go.
What do we know? Take a look at his LinkedIn profile. Here's the kicker. He hasn't even had a proper job. Look on his LinkedIn. 2 of the companies don't even have profile photos because they're fake companies. Furthermore, trip on this. At the companies he did work at, Yellow Pages, and if you're old enough, you know the Yellow Pages used to be a big, thick-ass book, a directory where people would look up phone numbers and look up information for businesses before the internet came out, right? It's an old company. I'm shocked it's still alive. You could tell he's an old nigga. And when he worked for the company, he didn't even have a high-ranking position. He didn't even do much in sales. So how does he get off giving business advice to young people? Hurts my heart. So if someone comes to me and they want to talk business, I can give them advice because I've actually run multiple companies in many industries. So that's my identity. Now, if someone came to me and asked me about something I don't know about, I would refer them to an expert in that industry or that field. So for example, if you came to me right now and you said, Marquette, I want to figure out how to be a fake motherfucker and lie to young men and make up shit and pretend to be things I'm not. I said, oh, you got to go to Kevin Samuels. He is an expert in that area, ladies and gentlemen. Well, how are you a fashion expert when you shop off the rack? Off the rack. My nigga in Macy's like getting stuff off the rack, but you're a fashion expert. If you're a fashion expert, you might have did what I did, which is to fly to Dubai and meet with your clothier and walk into a fabric store and pick out a fabric such as this one and have a suit made from scratch, such as this one. That's when you really know fashion. Further, I have a bunch of different fashion products I've created. Women's wrap skirts, men's boxing shoes, men's velvet slippers, men's travel vests, men's shirts, all sorts of things. I'm a fashion expert because I've created products and services in the fashion industry. Kevin Samuels, he's like 70 years old and he created all of 0 businesses in the fashion industry. Yet he's
he called that man 70. Wow. That's messed up. But he does kind of look 70. I mean, because he looks like he looks like my pops. He's calling this man 70. All right, okay, let's rewind just a little bit because I started hollering.
Travel vests, men's shirts, all sorts of things. I'm a fashion expert because I've created products and services in the fashion industry. Kevin Samuels, he's like 70 years old and he's created all of 0 businesses in the fashion industry, yet he's a fashion expert. That's mind-boggling. How does that work out? You're going to let someone on the internet say there's something and you're going to believe them just because they said it? I encourage you, do your research. But in this case, you don't have to because I've already done it for you. Let me tell you some more Kevin Samuels lies.
I love this guy.
Now, if you're a businessman, you should sell all kinds of products and services. I know I do. I clicked his website and then we clicked products, right? If you're a businessman, you have products. Under products, there were no fucking products. What in the hell is this? I'm like, where are the products at? You a business guy. You got a whole TV show on YouTube where you're giving business advice. This man is a fraud. Never trust anyone on YouTube whose primary job is as a YouTuber. Think about it. We went to his website, his words, and he wrote that he's a keynote speaker. So we went ahead and just went back to Google, which is a great reference point. Not everything's on Google, but a whole lot of things are.
Hold on, let's just pause for just one moment and go back. I want to see that larger, what he has there. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Let's get this larger. All right.
YouTuber. Think about it. We went to his website, his words, and he wrote that he's a keynote speaker. So we went ahead and just went back to Google, which is a great reference point. Not everything's on Google, but a whole lot of things are on Google. We typed in Kevin Samuels' name, and then we went to images. All his goddamn photos are like fraudulent, staged photos of him posing. Posing where? In random stores.
No, he didn't.
He's posing in random
No.
clothing stores, which
No.
you could do that. I could do that. He doesn't own the store. Did I see a
Hold on. He's in random stores. Hold on. We need to take a look at this. Oh gosh. He is in different stores. Oh gosh, and you're right, and he's right. So this is the OK Gazette, Oklahoma. Then we have kevinsamuels.com. So he's in stores shopping off the rack. Oh my goodness. Virtual consultant. Wow, this is something else.
of him posing where? In random stores. He's posing in random clothing stores, which you could do that. I could do that. He doesn't own the store. Did I see a single photo of him giving a speech? Not one. Did I see a single photo of him orating or of him accepting an award for all of these amazing things he's supposedly done? Not one single photo of him giving a speech.
Wow. So this guy is putting up photos of himself at keynotes or at speeches. So this is him, the guy who's doing the video. His name is Marquette Devon Burton. And so you see him here, Marquette Burton speaking at Global something, college dropout problem. He's up there speaking. He's in a picture. He's over here. He has the, okay. Wow. Let's keep going.
These amazing things he's supposedly done. Not one single photo of him giving a speech. Not one single photo of him getting an award. Why? Because he's a sham, a scam artist, a charlatan. Huh? Why does this matter to me? I believe in young people, and I believe if they can get a good education, they can earn for themselves. So they don't have to ask the government for a stimulus check. They can earn for self, but they can't do that when they're being lied to by a charlatan like Kevin Samuels. You can never learn how to do something from someone who's never done it. He created a show called Lion's Den, which he ripped off the title from another show called Lion's Den that's about entrepreneurs pitching their ideas. But Kevin Samuels never has given a pitch of his business. How are you a business person if you've never pitched a business? If you had, I'd be able to see it online. I want to wrap this up by pointing out the following. How are you going to be a lifestyle coach when your entire lifestyle is pretending to have a life that you don't have?
Wow.
Think about this. Kevin Samuels is always in business suits trying to look corporate, but he's never been corporate. Look at his LinkedIn. He says that he's a keynote speaker. I have never said I'm a keynote speaker, but you'll see that I'm endorsed for public speaking 49 times. So when this guy says he's an investor, he's not an investor. When he says he's a businessman, there's no evidence of that. When he tries to dress up in these suits and these neckties and look all corporate, it's all phony because he's not corporate. He's never held a major corporate job. He's never founded a company.
Damn.
He's never even created a fashion product, but purports to be a fashion expert. If I'm lying, please correct me. Now, on the other hand, if you want to get good advice from someone who's actually done business, my recommendation is, I'm not saying you come to me, I'm saying you go to someone, because your path will be so much easier if you can find an expert who's actually had the experience and they can give you reality-based advice to make your path easier. I mean, after all, Kevin Samuels literally has videos about what kind of food you can eat to make your dick bigger. I mean, I wouldn't even think of researching that. I mean, it'd probably be a crime if I did eat food to make my dick bigger. I mean, I have to go to jail, you dig? Somebody call up Guinness.
Oh, please.
Anyway.
Wow. Listen. Whoo, child. Listen, I'm speechless after that. He has me wanting to Google myself now, because that's an interesting barometer that he gives. How can if a person, because by the time you become a keynote speaker, you have had to have given so many other speeches that people hire you to speak as the keynote. That's the person who is the big draw. An organization that I was volunteering for, the keynote speaker was Shonda Rhimes. It was an organization for young girls, and we were getting out the vote. And in California, people can get registered to vote at 16 or get in the roster to register to vote at 16. So we were getting out the vote. Shonda Rhimes was a keynote speaker. So Kevin Samuels is saying he's a keynote speaker, but there's no pictures of him. He's posing in random stores. See, this is what I was saying. Why are we giving air? Why are we giving clicks and airtime to these people and making them famous for being mean-spirited, and attempting to tear people down? Like, really, like, if you're an elder, you're supposed to be guiding the youth, but we're giving breath and wind to people who have no proven track record. It's like we don't demand of our male gurus like we demand of our female gurus. Like, where's the substantiated proof that he has done anything that he is claiming that he's done? You all know me. You know I had TKO skin. Like, I wonder if I Google myself. Let me look up myself and see what comes up when I Google myself and news. I've never done this before. So let's take a look right now. So we'll go to Tanya TKO and we'll go to news, and let's see what comes up. How to talk politics with loved ones from NBC San Diego. Okay. NBC7 San Diego. Okay. Madame Noir magazine. Okay. The Intercept. Okay, let's see. That's it. I got to do a better job then. I got to do a better job. I wonder what else. I wonder if there's any news about TKO skin from back in the days. Nope. TKO skin is out of the news feed. Well. I see that I have to get more articles about myself. This is very interesting. I've never done this before. I wonder what images come up for not TKO skin. Oh, there's my nude photo. Ow. Let's see. There's still photos up on the internet about TKO skin, but I want to Google Tanya TKO. Let's see. Oh, wow. Look at this. How interesting. How interesting. Oh, my nude photo is over there too. How interesting. Oh, wow. How interesting. Wow. My book. This is very interesting. All right. You know what? I recommend you all Google yourself and see what you all come up with. And Google News. I see that I need to do a better job of getting more articles written. I got to do more things, get out there more. Huh. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm just enthralled by this. Let me jump back into the video. This is just so interesting. Oh my gracious. Okay. Let me get back to the video. Okay. Come. All right. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting things. What is the telltale sign of a person who is legitimately in business? I'm enthralled by this. Thank you all for sending me these videos. I'm actually going to spend some more time Googling myself, seeing what comes up and seeing. Yeah, I think this is very interesting. If you think this is interesting too, I want to hear your thoughts below. This guy went off on Kevin Samuels. Wow, do some more things to make sure that I'm out there doing the damn thing. So you know what? I'm glad that we went down this journey, because when we talk about anybody else, we're really, it's really a conversation about ourselves. What is it that we can learn about this situation with Kevin Samuels? How does this reflect back to us? What are the the teachable moments for ourselves. My teachable moment is that I have to do some more to just make sure that I'm controlling my own image online and making sure that I'm staying out there and staying active and continuing to build my brand. And yeah, so it's really, 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 really interesting. And I see that a lot of the news programs that I've been on are not ranking on Google. Like they had the Fox one that ranked high on Google, but some of the other ones were not ranked, which means that I need to get them on my own website, get them ranked, get people able to see the clips, because if people can't find my clips, then they don't know. You know what I mean? So at least my own website can come up with the clips. But listen, thank you all for coming out. What are your teachable moments? What have you learned from this whole situation with his first video going viral, with him asking about other men's genitalia, and now this, the external media makings of a mogul? What have you learned? I know what it is that I've learned, and I have some directives and deliverables that I need to meet. So on that note, I'll see you in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? That's right. Love yourself. Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is not relishing in the dragging of others for their dragging's sake, but using that as a moment to look inside, to look at yourself. Okay. On that note, I'll look at a few comments and then we'll jump out of here. Tam Tam says, or should I say digital footprint expert could help. Okay. You know what? Let me look into that. Let me look into a digital footprint expert. And Tam Tam is saying it's nice to hear a refute, especially coming from a male. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tangerine says, okay, you talked me into it. I'm going to Google my news articles too. Yes, girl, you've got to, because I didn't even, because you know what, even my news articles are not up there. And I've done so much in the past month, but they're not up there, which means that I have to do something different on my own end, because Fox, NBC, the stuff that I've done is not ranking. So I have got to do my own things. So Kaleido is saying it's a great way to see how your online presence is updating. Serena is saying, no, sometimes elders can be worse. I had an elder tear me down because he had other intentions. Child, listen. Kaleido is saying, I'm an artist, so I do that. Also studied web design. So whenever I Google myself, it's art. Listen, I hear you. I hear you. Mildred is saying he probably has $10 in his bank account. Listen. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm keeping my mouth shut. And Serena saying, I swear as Black people are addicted to abuse, he's abusive. Yeah, he is very abusive. Mika is saying, I saw one of his videos preaching generational wealth, Black love, etc., but energy was off. He is very contradicting too. Listen, Protectors is saying the self-hate is real. He's a disgrace to the human race. Listen, I hear you. Amora is saying he's a scam. And Faith is saying you choose to hurt people when you aren't healed. Happy people won't try to hurt you. It's toxicity. Absolutely. Queen is saying I missed the story. I have to look it up. Just rewind the video. Just scrub backwards. We're live right now, but it'll be up in just a moment. He wants to be a woman. He is jealous. Give me some evidence of that. Oh, goodness. And Barry is saying, yes, elders are really messing up our society by teaching their messed up values. You know what? I guess if there's a lot of toxicity that exists in the Black community, I guess a lot of the things that if we are receiving guidance from people who are not healed. So I guess we're going to have to qualify our elder advice. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I thank you all for coming out. And speaking of matchmaking shows, mine is going to start soon, where I'm actually going to be the person on the hot seat getting matched. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're on my mailing list, TanyaTko.com, and make sure that you click on subscribe. You can send me a message there, send me links to videos that you want me to react to, and I will see you in the next video. All right, Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, make sure that you subscribe, and hit the bell notifications to be notified of new videos. Leave a comment below, share the video, and come over to TanyaTko.com to subscribe to my personal mailing list and drop me a message of a viral story that you'd like for me to cover. See you on the other side. Peace.